Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar 30 minutes before an online lesson. My name is Diana Головань. I'm an LT consultant for National Geographic Learning in Ukraine. And I hope that the next hour you will get lots of new experience, new inspiration, and of course, you will find something new to implement in your lessons. National Geographic Learning in Ukraine has an aim to help teachers bring the world to their classrooms. We believe that children can learn, can be motivated when they have the right material, when they're interested in the task, when everything around them tells them that English, it's not just a school subject. This is something that can be really used, and they produce the language, they study the language that they will use in their real life. Also, for the help of the teachers, we have created a special page on our website, linguist.ngl.com.ua, for online studying. There you can find different articles and plans for the lessons. Also, there are demo lessons for secondary school students, which you can watch together with your students. And we try to do this online lesson each month. And we welcome all teachers and their students. So do not hesitate, visit our page and check. Probably you can find something that you can take and use right tomorrow. Also, I invite you all to read our new article about critical thinking for young learners. And there you can find the plan and the printouts for your students. So, what are we going to talk today about? As it was stated, today we are going to talk how to prepare for the online lesson when you don't have so much time. Generally, to my mind, working with young learners, either online or offline, of course, requires lots of preparation. But you can do something with the help of materials from National Geographic Learning that will help you save your time and prepare the lesson really quickly. So, first of all, we are going to look at important things for an online lesson, how to be ready quickly, and of course, we will search how National Geographic Learning textbooks can help you create great lessons, either online or offline. We are going to, all examples will be based on this series for primary students, Wonderful World, second edition. It is called Wonderful World, and it has really lots of wonderful things to share with our students. This is the course that aims at students from the 1st till the 6th grade. It gives profound grammar knowledge, and it has really great program with a language that is revised and recycled from level to level. These are the books that have quite clear traditional approach. You can see the grammar boxes that have clear examples, and they really believe the students study not from memorizing the rules, but from seeing examples and using the language. So after they see the examples, all those highlighted things, they can complete the tasks. Together with student book, you can find workbook and grammar book for more grammar practice. There are lots of different exercises that aim at development all skills. You will find lots of reading texts for all ages. You can find activities for personalizations, so students can speak, can write. Also activities for listening skills. what makes this book special, these are the texts, the photos. You will find in this book traditional topics that are required from the school program. But here, the point is that all ordinary topics become really unusual and interesting for your students because they give facts from different cultures, from different countries. They tell about people from all over the world. These are the books, the photos that will grab your attention, will grab your students' attention, and it will be much easier to explain them why our students need to study when we have such great materials. Also, you can see here that all the exercises and the language itself correlates with the Cambridge Young Learners tests. So if your aim is to prepare your students for Cambridge English tests, you can be sure that together with these books, you will get all that you need, because the tasks are really close to the one in the exams. And of course, lots of practice, lots of speaking practice for your students to talk. You can see that from level to level, the book grows with your students. So primary students will find their cute characters who are speaking, who have really simple dialogues. As they grow up, they will meet different more developed structures. The questions would be a bit different. They will need to talk more. And of course, all this together with activities for speaking, there will be activities for writing. Online tasks. When we have an online lesson with our primary students, we have to follow these rules. First of all, have a clear aim in mind. For example, here you can see the page from the book. You can see that there is some vocabulary, reading, and 2 exercises. So for me, my aim wouldn't sound something like to study the vocabulary or to read the text. When we talk about the aim of the lesson, we talk about some communicative outcomes. For example, my students will be able to use the new words to prepare the dialogue similar to the book. So studying vocabulary, reading the dialogue will be just instruments that will help my students achieve the aim that I stated. Engage students. And when I say engaged about the young learners, it doesn't mean that this is only about creating wonderful presentations with a lot of special effects or maybe some new application every time. Not at all. When we talk about young learners, they need some basics. So make sure that you think about the tasks. When you prepare the task, you think about the question, well, what will my students do? Will they just listen? Maybe they will need to write something down. Maybe they will need to draw something, or probably to match or to do some gestures. Anything goes. When we have this connection, when we have our students active, not just passively listening to us, this is the half of the success for the students. Of course, it leads to the next, let them be busy. So more tasks, smaller tasks, but in a great quantity. And of course, don't forget about the balance of settling and stirring activities for young learners. They need to come down, to write down something. After that, they will need several minutes to maybe to stand up, to do the movements, to play a game. Here, you can add something from that you have created in PowerPoint or in any other application. But as for me, working with young learners, it's better to prepare coloring pencils maybe some nice pictures, some real objects, and that will engage them much more than any interactive activities. So we are going to look at the examples based on Wonderful World 2nd edition. And the first task was to, to teach the vocabulary. You can see all the words on the top of the page. And what we have here for students and for teachers, there are all audio tracks and all audio scripts for them on the online platform. So it's quite easy for you, even if you don't have the book to project on your screen, just to turn on the audio and play it. You can also download the scripts, and there everything you will find there. So you even don't need to spend time on typing. You can just copy and paste some words and make some exercises with them. We will look at these exercises. For teachers, there is a teacher zone with online resources, which you can get together with the lesson planner. There, apart from audio scripts, you can find grammar charts, graphic organizers, plays, and word lists. We will have a look at it right now. So these are how audio scripts look like. What I like about this is that all the texts in your student's book have audio. It means that you can find the script of this text. So the whole text typed in audio scripts. You don't need to spend time on typing them down, listening and understanding. It's just like quick copy and paste. With the words, when you copy them to your slide, you can substitute letters, or maybe you can change the letter places and ask your students to write down maybe, or to type to the chat, or maybe to shout out, it depends what words they can see here. For example, we have the first one is competition, then kite, then surprise, then winner, then all right, and congratulations. We can have our students, what I did with my students, I just ask them to take coloring pencil maybe, or a pen and to write in their copybooks. And when they are ready, they just show me to the camera. And for them to be more engaged, I do the same. So I just comment in my own actions. Okay, I look at the first word. What can it be? Who can help me? I think the first letter is C. What comes next? And I pretend, or not even pretend, but I write down and I say, okay, look, guys, here is my word. Show me your words. When they see that someone does it, they will repeat. And after that, after third or second word, you can ask them to, all right, now try to do it faster than me, for example. It would be a great challenge. Also, to have some fun, to work more on vocabulary, you can ask them to draw the words and maybe to label them, or to draw the pictures to show to the camera and let other students understand what it means. Because, for example, if it is very easy to draw a kite, drawing congratulations can have some more creative thinking, and we can help our students develop it together. With our lessons, also, we can prepare something in advance and be ready to show students how we can do it. Audio scripts. As I said, all the texts have audio. So if you even don't have this book to project on your screen, it's very easy to go to the audio scripts, to copy them, and to use these texts for work. First of all, the easiest one is to read in pairs. You can also listen and follow the lines, or repeat after each line. After that, fill in the gaps. Here, the students can You can just take away some words. Students need to read, to listen maybe, or from their memory, write down what words are missing, and then you can check together. Also, you can substitute some words and ask your students to listen, follow the lines, and to find the mistakes. But it's better not to do all text at once, line by line, sentence by sentence, depends on the text. Substitute the red words and make your dialogue. This is the next step. When your students are familiar with the dialogue, they know what it is about, they have this main idea, they know the details. Now they can finally prepare their own dialogues. You can ask them to substitute red words. Here is a kite competition. I'd like to have a dog competition. So I will say, hi Eve, what's in your head? It's my dog. It's a black dog, and so on and so forth. You can ask your students to have some time to prepare it and then to read it out for everyone, maybe to read it in pairs, or maybe they can do it at once. You can just give them one topic. Let's go to the robot competition. And you ask different students to read and to substitute. You will get the great class story. Grammar charts. All the grammar is represented in these blue boxes, and the most important things that you need to focus on are in red. Here on the teacher zone, you can find all grammar charts at one place. Here they are. So using them, you can just print them out and ask your students to glue in their copybooks or something like that. Also, it's very easy to project on the screen when you have online lesson. You can work not only with, so you can present the grammar, you can focus students' attention to these red words. You can cover some things and ask your students, okay, what was there? Let's check. Or you can ask them to read the examples because every explanation has lots of examples, and then they need to maybe to illustrate those examples or to create their own. When I talk illustrate the examples, you can, so here you can see different groups of question words. 2 for what, and then 1 for each. You can ask your students to prepare examples of colors for different sentences. For example, student A or cats, you need to read A examples in A, and draw pictures. For example, what is that? It's a kite. Yeah. For student B, you need to look at B and C, and then D and E. And after that, they will change. Or ask them to prepare their own example. So you need to use the red word, but you can change everything apart from it. Graphic organizers are the great way to revise words, to recall the story, to prepare for speaking, or maybe even to play games. You can find lots of different types of organizers in for each level. When I say organizers, I mean some charts that you can use. They are already done for you, so you don't need to spend time and think how you can organize everything. For example, for spider diagram, you can ask students to prepare words for different topics. When we have free time, we can have indoor activities, outdoor activities. We can have something I can do alone, something I can do with my friends, and so on and so forth. And then your students will tell you, oh, they can just copy this diagram to their copybooks and prepare the list. Timeline, this is a great way to check what they understand from the story. So they can, for example, if we talk about our competition, they can use this timeline to note down some important events. So children meet, they see the kite, competition starts, Eve wins, and so on and so forth. And there are lots of different other graphic organizers that can be used. Stories. You can use the stories for extra reading practice. Also, they are in the form of a play, so you can work with it, work with the vocabulary, and then prepare acting out of this story. And it even will be interesting to prepare it online. Of course, it will take some more time, but then you can invite parents to watch, and it will be something really unusual for your students, like, wow, I'm an online actor, something like that. Interactive whiteboard software. Those were the materials from the Teachers Online Zone that you can use together with your lesson planner. But together with it, you have a nice application, interactive whiteboard software, which is additional to your student book. And that is great because it has everything that you need in order to have the greatest online lesson ever. All the units, all the pages from the student book are there. It has the pictures in the great quality. So when you use it, you don't lose the quality. You still have this bring real world to the classroom online focus. All the activities, most of the activities are interactive. You can use different instruments like pens, pencils, highlighters. You can cover the screen, you can open the screen, you can shade something, you can write down something, erase. All the audios are there. So and also with the Audioscripts, and it, as it is read, this green line runs together, so they can follow it. You can even mute and ask your students to try to read at that speed. What else? You can very simply organize activities. When your students have their books at home, you can show them how to do, for example, sentence number 1 in this exercise. And after that, they will do everything by themselves. You can even set a timer. You can see this little clock on the bottom of the screen. So you can they will see that the time runs, they don't need to get distracted. And after that, it's very easy just to show their answers, or maybe to ask them to tell you what to write, to spell you the words, something like that. It's very quickly and easy to implement. All video lessons are there, so your students can watch the video and do the tasks right away. You can also see that the script is there, so if you need it, you can work together with the script. Not only students' book, but also workbook and grammar book pages are there, so it's very easy to check the homework, to check the grammar practice, to do even online projects that you have in your workbook at the end of the course. Also, you have so many pictures, and that is a great tool. You can use the pictures from the book, you can use your own pictures. I even use my own photos when for example, the weekend I visited the forest. I took lots of photos, and after that I showed them to students and we were discussing them. We can have lots of different activities. For example, look at the picture, remember the pictures, now answer my questions or give all the details. Or write all the words that you have in your mind when you see the picture. So when your students see something, for them it's much better to come up with ideas rather than you just say, okay, winter, what associations do you have? Also, you can make stories together with the pictures, or you can like make these pictures even more interactive and ask, for example, these the questions to the boy, like write 5 questions to ask the boy, not just questions that about the picture. Yeah, but what will you ask the boy? Like, why aren't you at school? Do you like it there? What will you do after? What did you do before? Anything like that. They can prepare and role play dialogues. They can write the capture. Here we have boy throwing snow. Okay, let's do it more interesting, like my favorite day, or I am at grandmother, or anything like that. When I used to have this captures activity a lot with my students, and the focus was to write the capture using the grammar that we were studying. Or you can present a simpler language for them to help them label their images in the Instagram, for example. So one more time, Wonderful World, second edition. That is the textbook for young learners, for your primary school students from the from the first up to the sixth form. It has the permission from National Geographic Learning. We have all planning for on our site. This is the book for real for deep English studying. So for specialized schools, for schools that focused on studying English, this is one of the greatest choice. You have student book together with the audio online, workbook, grammar book. These are the three components that will make the program work. Lesson plan is for the teachers with great ideas, with explanations, with stories behind the photos. You can also use them. And of course, it gives you the entrance to this online zone with those resources like stories, additional cartoons, graphic organizers, grammar charts, tests, what is also important. Interactive whiteboard, or these three letters, IWB. This is what I have just shown to you, that great program that helps you make your book live. For levels 1 and 2, you have flashcards. And for other levels, there is a poster set with the vocabulary words there. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate, write to me, ask me. I will be very happy to communicate with you, to give you more ideas about this series or about any other series from National Geographic Learning, and tell you what National Geographic Learning does for Ukrainian teachers. Anyway, thank you very much for being today with us. I think that, yeah, you have what you have come here for. And since then, you will spend less time for lesson preparation. And finally, you understand how you can take the most of those online resources. I hope to see you soon at our next webinars. And on the 10th of February, it's going to be the webinar with Alex Warren about developing thinking skills for our primary students. You can visit our Facebook page, National Geographic Learning Ukraine, and register to the webinar. And for now, thank you very all for being with me today, and see you at our next webinars.